Hello dear students, welcome to this new lecture of the novel Goodbye Mr. Chips. This video lecture is being recorded for intermediate part 2 students. In this lecture we are going to discuss chapter number 4 of the novel Goodbye Mr. Chips, and overall this is lecture number 15. We are on page number 8, and on page number 8 we'll be discussing, reading, trying to understand first 23 lines. Are you with me? Open your books with me on page number 8. Let us read together. In this first long paragraph, we'll see how did Mr. Chips meet his future wife. This is the first event, this is the first occasion, this is the first time ever that Mr. Chips meets his future wife. What was that incident? This is what we are going to study in this video lecture. There came to him, stirred by the warmth of the fire, stirred by, moved by. It means the warmth of the fire became the cause of the memories about his past life. The fire caused the memories, but here for the word caused we have the word stirred up. His memories are caused by the warmth of the fire. His memories are stirred up or stimulated by the warmth of the fire. And the gentle aroma of tea. Aroma means smell. Smell of the tea or scent of the tea. Now, two things, warmth of fire and aroma of tea. These are the two things that become reason why Mr. Chips thinks, or he is led to his past. He keeps on remembering his past memory. 1,000 tangled recollections of old times. And what is Mr. Chips thinking about? He is thinking about his past memories. And here for the word memories, the author is using the word recollections. Recollections means past memories. Tangled. Tangled means that they are twisted. All the memories of the past are twisted with each other. They are not separated. They are not clearly separated. All memories are interlinked. So 1,000 tangled recollections of old times. Spring. The spring of 1896. He was 48, an age at which permanence of habits begins to be predictable. Now, in 1896, he is 48 years old, and author tells us a general phenomenon with human beings that at the age of 48, human habits become permanent. We can expect a person what he will do about certain thing, about certain action. Things, habits, actions become permanent. Everything is set when we are 48 or 50 years old. Permanence, the word comes from permanent. Permanent means that which does not change. On the other hand, the word predictable means that which we can predict. Predict means to guess about something. Predictable, what you can expect of a person or what you can guess. If you can guess something, it is predictable. So Mr. Chips' habits at the age of 48 are permanent and guessable. He had just been appointed housemaster. Housemaster means hostel in charge. With this and his classical forms, he had made for himself a warm and busty quarter of life. So, classical forms means permanent habits. So, in this setup, in these settings, being a hostel in charge, being at the age of 48, with a good job, all these settings, it means that he was well set in life. During the summer vacation, he went up to the Lake District. Lake District, both Lake and District are written in capital letters. So it's name of an area with Rawdon. Rawdon also written with capital. It is one of Mr. Chip's colleagues' name. Rawdon. A colleague. Who was Rawdon? He was colleague of Mr. Chips. Colleague is the person who is your co-worker. Co-worker means a person who works at the same place where you work. They walked and climbed for a week. So they are spending their summer vacation, they are enjoying, they are walking, they are climbing until Rawdon had to leave early on some family business. Rawdon must have received a letter or some message from his home and he had to leave for his urgent task. Chips stayed alone. Chips stayed alone on Wisdale Head. This is the name of the exact area where he is. Wisdale Head, where he boarded. Boarded means he was staying there. Board, B-O-A-R-D, board means to stay somewhere temporarily. Boarded in a small farmhouse. Farmhouse, it's a type of residence in a village area, particularly among the fields where there are plants and trees. So he was living in a small farmhouse one day, climbing on Great Gable. Great Gable is name of the peak, it's name of the mountain or name of the hill on which he decided to climb on that day. He noticed a girl waving, moving her head, waving excitedly. Excitedly, she was very happy to wave her hand from a dangerous looking ledge. Now ledge is the pointed part of a hill. I have made a small drawing here for you. This is called a ledge, a pointed part of a peak, and she was standing on a ledge. So it looks very dangerous, someone standing there. So thinking she was in difficulties, he hastened to hurry up. He quickly moved towards that place. But in doing so, slipped himself and wrenched his ankle. Ankle is part of your foot, the upper part of your foot, and wrenched means he moved or he twisted. Because his ankle is wrenched, it means that he won't be able to move anymore. As it turned out, he came to know later. It revealed to him, as it turned out, she was not in difficulties at all, but was merely, only, M-E-R-E-L-Y, merely, only. She was merely signaling. She was giving signal to someone. She was trying to give symbolic information or gesture information to someone. She was signaling to a friend farther down the mountain. A friend of the girl was standing down there somewhere close to the mountain, and the girl standing up on the ledge, she was moving her. But Mr. Chips misunderstood the situation by thinking that the girl was in difficulty. He tried in an effort to save her, he hastened towards her. He may have started running towards her, and in an effort to save the girl, Mr. Chips fell down. He twisted his ankle. She was an expert climber, better even than Chips, who was pretty good. The girl could climb the mountains better than Mr. Chips. Thus, he found himself the rescued instead of the rescuer. Mr. Chips, who wanted to rescue the girl, who wanted to save the girl, actually could not do it, and the girl got the opportunity to save Mr. Chips. Rescuer, lifesaver, and and neither roles was one for which he had much relish. Relish, enjoyment, or pleasure. Both of the roles. And what are the two roles? The savior, who wanted to save the girl, or the rescued, or the saved, means the one who is saved. Both roles were not liked by Mr. Chips because he used to avoid the girls. Have a very nice time. See you in the next chapter. Thank you.